All right, everybody, welcome back to a very special From Screen to Shelf review. All of these are special. I say that every single time. This one, just as special as every other one. I love Robocop. As you could tell, whenever you clicked on the video, we are going to be talking about everything Scream in regards to the new 4K restoration and package given to us by Shout slash Scream. Well, this one would be under the Shout label, I'm assuming. So, it says Scream right here. Anyways, this was released, I want to say just 2 weeks ago as of the time of this airing. But there's a lot to go over in this. I have really nothing but great things to say. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So this is a sequel to the original, as you can tell, Robocop 2, done by um, Irvin Kershner. Irvin Kershner is most notably famous for doing Empire Strikes Back. That's his most famous film. He's done quite a few other ones, but this one is definitely special as well. Now, while it doesn't personally reach the heights to me as Robocop 1, I think this one has its own identity. You can tell it was a little bit rushed, which they go into one of the special features on there, where it had like a 9-month production from like start to actual like airing in theaters or showing in theaters. So, but otherwise, like this one just has a different type of charm than the first one. While it's not as good of a movie, it still retains, unlike RoboCop 3 or the 2014 one, the grit of the first one. It's just got its own little charm that makes it worth rewatching every single time. The final fight is infinitely different from the first one, especially I don't know if it'd be infamous, but the famous scene in there where RoboCop's all torn apart after he meets the thugs and our main villain in there, Kane. So, without further ado, now that you know how I feel about the movie, let's get into what you clicked on here for. So, it is a new 4K scan from their original 35 millimeter camera negative. It does have Dolby Vision. And also on the 4K disc, it does have the audio commentary with author CG supervisor Paul M. Salmon, audio commentary with the makers of RoboDoc, the creation of Robocop miniseries. That one I haven't, is the only one I didn't check out, but I really, really, really want to. Again, like I usually say when it comes to audio commentaries, those are things I blast like their music and I just go around because I can usually follow along with these types of movies that I've seen so many different times. So I can usually follow along. But RoboDoc, if you haven't seen it, a high recommendation for that. Absolutely phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal miniseries. So on the Blu-ray, you have a new scan from the original camera negative and audio commentary with Paul M. Salmon. Audio commentary, yet again, by the creators of RoboDoc. Corporate Wars, the making of RoboCop 2. Machine Parts, the effects of RoboCop 2. Robo Fabricator, OCP Declassified, adapting Frank Miller's RoboCop 2, trailers and TV spots, image galleries. While that doesn't sound as loaded as like what we are kind of spoiled with when it comes to the Arrow video ones, those are actually pretty lengthy, two of them being just north of 30 minutes long each. And they're almost like, if you've seen RoboDoc, they go into it almost like RoboDoc does in a different way. And it's got a lot of its own charm to it. So on a special features level, I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up on that one. The special features on this were absolutely glorious. Way more than what I was expecting in that. Now, none of it says that it's new in this one outside of the creators of RoboDoc. So I don't know if they've been reused. I didn't look that far into it prior to recording. So if you're able to give me that information, comment down below. Let me know. I'm gonna just assume off a whim those aren't exclusive to this because they look like they weren't brand new. So other than that, whenever it comes to the 4K restoration and especially the sound is absolutely top notch. It comes with so many different audio mixes. So it has a DTS HD Master Audio 5.1. It also has the Laserdisc Master Audio in 2.0, and then another 2.0 Master Audio. And it is on a BD 100 as well for those that care. And it is a BD 50 for the other one as well. So in regards to how does that audio sound? How does that video look? I have nothing but amazing things to say about it. This might genuinely be. I was really impressed by Scream Factory's release of My Bloody Valentine last year, but I'd be hard pressed to not say that this might be their best work this year. I haven't bought everything that they've done, but I've been keeping up. I'm one of the few people out there that have been excited with these newer releases. Very soon, I'll be dropping one for RoboCop 2014. I'm one of the few people in this world that's a fan of that. A lot of people weren't excited for this one, but I mean, they've been doing decent work. And this one right here absolutely knocks it out of the park. If you haven't seen RoboCop 2, you're clicking it to find out maybe, hey, I'm curious, everything like that. Whatever's got your curiosity. So if you haven't seen it, RoboCop has this more iridescent versus like this pale steel blue look to him from the first one. So he's got like these purples and these blues that kind of overlap depending on where it's kind of angled. And the HDR just makes that look so crisp and so clean and so vibrant. The 4K layers added to it just look night and day difference. I did have I believe it was 2017. It could have been later, the 2017 Blu-ray. I did have that for a little while there. I don't own it anymore. I sold it quite a bit ago. But it looked pretty solid. It didn't look amazing or anything like that. But even compared to the Blu-ray that comes packaged in here, the Blu-ray looks pretty solid. I mean, if that was the only form of this movie that we had, I'd say that that would be the best thing to watch it on. But the 4K just absolutely knocks it out of the park in every which way, every avenue. The sound for a 5.1, again, no Atmos, but it is just so crisp, so clean, so clear, so everything. Everything about it makes this one of the best transfers that I've actually watched and witnessed all year long. One of the best packages. Um, no, not like in packaging. It's just a standard slip in an Amaray case, but just everything you get in there, the special features, those audio commentaries that I'm super eager to check out. I'm sure it has some absolutely incredible information in it, but it's just got so much going for it. This would definitely be something that, Scream's been running some pretty solid sales lately. If you can catch this on a sale, I think it's worth kind of full price. I got it off an eBay outlet. They were running, I think it was buy two, get 20% off each title. So I bought that in RoboCop 2014, which is why I was a little bit late because I didn't really feel like paying the 36 each, just in case, they weren't quite hits. But this really, really is a strong contender for the top 10 at the end of the year for me. This one's going to be extremely hard to beat. I had an absolute blast with it. I'll be watching it quite a few more times for the rest of this year. The entire package, and I hate giving perfect 10s out of 10s, just because, yeah, I really don't have a reason. I really do think that this is going to be a perfect 10 out of 10 package in this one. It's just got everything. There's nothing wrong with it. And I'm usually not a critical viewer. There's been some people that have commented and stuff like, hey, this had some issues, this and that. And I'm not here to find issues. I am here to put in that movie and watch it and experience it, not to find an issue with my purchase. That is for like when I spend tons of money and buy a brand new TV. I'll be a lot of like very critical of that. Was there dead pixels? Was there this? I'm not going to see if a hair is accidentally on the camera negative that got scanned in and it just kind of looks off for a half second and be like, hey, it's got this, it's got that. Which I think that my exact example, it happens like for a split second in this movie, but it looks so great otherwise. And I know there's a lot of people that aren't a huge fan of Shout/Scream Factory, and I'm one of the bigger fans of what they do out there. While I don't love everything they do, I think they have quite some hits. They do. Even if the title's not for you, like I loved Freaky. That was really, really good. Really, really great restoration, especially for a new digital modern movie. But this just really needs to get some praise, and I've only seen a couple of people talk about it, and I really hope this gets in more people's hands because they really, really, really knocked it out of the park with this one. Um, if they keep going on like this throughout the rest of the year, they're really going to have some strong contenders for my personal top 5 and top 10 list at the end of this year. I really can't recommend this enough. It's just like I said, like the lights, the darks, the HDR adds that extra layer of depth. It just looks so much crisper and so much more clean than anything I've ever seen presented for this movie. And again, that's not really a high bar. 4K is why we come here, but they're not always hits, right? Or a night and day difference. But this one is, and it's definitely worth your time and your money. If you're even slightly interested in checking this one out, definitely go for it. Don't hesitate. Don't anything. Go for it. Don't If you want to wait for a sale, yeah, you might save about $6 to $8, but otherwise, if you're curious about it, buy it now. I'm sure it'll be in print for a while, but this whole package is 10 out of 10, gets 2 thumbs up for me. I'm a diehard RoboCop fan, so there might be some bias points in there. I love the TV shows, the animated series that came out way back when. I love it all. I'm a huge diehard RoboCop fan, so sound off in the comments below. If you managed to grab RoboCop 2 by Scream/Shout Factory, let me know what you thought. Did you think it looked good? Did you think it looked bad? I hope our eyes aren't that different, right? Let me know what you thought about that audio because the audio sounded pretty damn good in this as well. Sounded really good. And I'm excited to check out that Laserdisc audio track on there as well during my next watch through. So thank you guys so much. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time for the next video. Later, everybody.